first, believe in God. God is real, all right? Believe in yourself because you can have this shining ball right here, right? And you know you can go do it. But then you got these people around you. They don't want you to go do that yet. But my thing is, if you know you can go do that, go do it. Do it with all your might.
Welcome to Show Your Receipts, where we believe if you can see it, you can be it. Receipts are evidence or proof that something has occurred. Our guests are evidence that Black excellence is alive and well. They will be sharing their receipts on how they've been able to accomplish so much in their life. I'm your host, Tony Jackson. Let's get started. Welcome to Show Your Receipts, where we believe if you can see it, you can be it. I'm excited to introduce our guest today. His name is Robert Griffin Jr. He's an All-American ex-NBA player turned media guru, having played professionally for the NBA, FIBA, and Harlem Globetrotters. Griffin Jr., known around the world as Chief, now finds himself a multimedia consultant, an important figure in the cannabis industry and beyond. Currently, Chief has an active role as partner and coach for AAU team Midwest Magics. Off the court, Chief serves as the marketing and media partner for the alkaline water brand RX Water, as well as being a consultant partner for Indovive. For the past 10 years, Chief has played an active role in legal cannabis, raising awareness for CBD and THD as a professional athlete and advocating for growing brands. From coast to coast and around the globe, Chief has experience with some of the biggest name brands in cannabis, CBD, healthcare, and beyond. Everything that Chief does can be described as philanthropy. From global healthcare syndication to CBD advocacy, entrepreneurship, cannabis activist, shoe designer, the list goes on. Chief is in the building, and we have him here today. Welcome to Show Your Receipts,
Thank you for having me, my guy. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you for having me on the show, for real.
Absolutely. See, this is a pleasure for me because unlike the majority of the guests that I get a chance to interview, very few of them I grew up around.
Man.
I'm not going to say grew up with, but I grew up around just watching you from afar. I mean, you know, us being from Ypsilanti, you are definitely a basketball legend in the Ypsilanti area. So I'm excited to be able to talk to you, dig into your story, and really capture your story and how you transitioned from being an athlete to being an entrepreneur, being a philanthropist, just being a needle mover, and so on. Let's get started. I guess the first question I have for you, Rob, is talk to me about your early years in basketball. I mean, because you know, it's obvious that was your first major passion. Who got you started in basketball? Who were some of your early influences? And how did you separate yourself from so many people? Because you weren't just somebody out there playing basketball. Like you had separated yourself from everybody else. Talk to me about that.
So, how I got started, man, I know you're familiar with a few of my uncles, man, you know, the Granthams, man, Cornell Grantham, Reggie, Chris, those guys there. It's so funny, man. That's why I'm smiling when you ask me this question. I can remember being literally 3-4 years old, bro. 3-4 years old. And I remember coming in the living room, and I always had, I guess, basketball was my thing. When they put a rim, I was doing it, right? But it's crazy how I remember this memory. I remember, I think my uncles was at the house, and I remember one of them, I think Cornell or somebody like that, man. And he came over to watch the game, but he came over to watch North Carolina. We was watching North Carolina. That's when MJ was there. You know what I mean? North Carolina against, I forgot who they was going against, but all I knew was he was telling me, yo, this dude coming out of college, oh, he gonna be, like, before he even touched the NBA, bro, before MJ even touched the NBA, he was the man in college, but my uncles was telling me about MJ. So my uncles are great players too, and I got a godfather who you know of too, Mike Garland, from the area.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
I had a wealth of talent. If you know about Ipsy, coming up, man, we have a lot of ballers. We have a lot of ballers, a lot of sports guys, and you know what we, I guess, what what we Mike Garland was the dude who went to college, came back to the house, showed guys the way to get to that next level. Um,
Mm-hmm.
before like Maurice Brantley, it was, I could count on one hand like guys who left our high school and went to a university and at least made a name at that university, or then had a chance to go to the next level. So
Mm-hmm.
in my head, I didn't see none of those things, right? So in our area, who I was going to see coming up was U of M and Michigan State, thanks to my godfather. My godfather, Tom Izzo, best friend, college roommate. So at a young age, G was able to grab me, and actually he seen something in me and was able to take me to all these spots to see some of the best basketball around the country. So
Mm-hmm.
while we in Michigan, I'm going up to, I mean, even in early years, um, my uncles in Garland always drilled me, always did these things. And I was like, man, why we ain't got an NBA guy around here? You know what I'm saying? Like, why can't we could touch a few NFL guys, right? Because if known for having football players for sure in the NFL, but wasn't that known for having NBA guys or just good pro players who maybe didn't even play in the NBA, but tops in FIBA overseas come back and show us that this is tangible. The only person at this time who was kind of showing me that was actual tangible was like Mike Garland, showing me, taking me up to these camps while I'm in junior high, taking me to camps while I'm in high school, like going up to U of M. I was literally the only high school player, Steve Fisher. I don't know if you remember Steve Fisher that coached at U of M
Yep. Yep. Fab Five.
dude, it was the old. I was in just come to the ninth grade, man. Ninth, 10th grade. Look, I'm going up there playing against the old Fab Five, the new Fab Five they brought in with Travis Conn, I think Lewis Butler, like Al Y, all those, Robert Traylor, Maurice Taylor,
Yeah.
and then you
Yeah.
got Joe Dumars coming down. It's his last year or two with the Pistons. And he's playing with Allen Houston. They're coming down. I'm in ninth, 10th grade, bro. I'm the only high school player in there. Matter of fact, we had one other dude that used to come in there, but they didn't let him play. He was a senior, right? He had, I guess he thought he was going to U of M, but but when they was bringing me in, they was only allowing me on the court. It's Jimmy King. That's my big bro. You know what I'm saying? Like playing against these great players that I actually see on TV. So now that I'm feeling like, and first of all, I grew up with that MJ vibe. So, that was
Yeah. Yeah.
my
Yeah.
guy, man. So if there was anything, I studied MJ before games. I had to watch Come Fly With Me. See, what people didn't understand, I had so much motivation coming up before the games. It's like my own. I watched MJ Come Fly With Me tapes. Anything that had with MJ right before I go play, man, that gave me so much juice. Like, man, I'm finna go out there and do this to these. So to
Yeah.
to have that mentality, you know what I'm saying, with the Mike Garlands and my uncles, and then people from Ipsy. We don't want to, let's recognize some of our OGs out there. Even before my time, one of the first dude, Freddie Cofield, was one of our first NBA guys, right? Since then, it wasn't nobody else, bro. So I came in and, you know what I mean, tried to shed a little light on that. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
we can keep having inspiration, man. I just wanted to be what I seen on TV, bro. Like MJ,
Yeah.
I can play that. I want to be 6'6". When MJ came out with that video of him trying to grow and hang on the monkey bars when he was in element, man, I did all of that. I ate the vegetables. Asked my mama. I had to make a salad every time I came home from school. I needed the vegetables. I needed all these things that, listen, I'm not saying whatever he did in that video, but I came out to be 6'6", bro. So
It worked. It worked.
you know what
It
I'm
worked.
saying? So that was such a motivation. And then being able to see a few of my uncles, you know what I'm saying, in high school. So I was young, got to see my uncles play, and they got to play with me. So
Mm.
I was playing against older dudes while I'm a young
Mm-hmm.
head, and
Yeah.
they're grooming me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
I'm going up to West Willow Park, and if you know about West Willow Park, you know that was back in the day. That was the balling. I don't care where you
Yeah.
was from. You know what I mean? You was coming to West
Mm-hmm.
Willow Park. You was coming to
Mm-hmm.
Shrewsbury Park or something like that. But West
Mm-hmm.
Willow Park had a
Mm-hmm.
different type of intangible to it because you had the
Mm-hmm.
gang right there, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna tell you why I was gonna be a beast, man. Because I came from Danbury Green when I was 4 years old to West Willow, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm 5, 6 years old. And I remember seeing my friends in the neighborhood. You know, neighborhood was different back then. You go out and see your friends up the street, and when there was no issue like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So as I'm going to school though, my elementary friends and cousins was like, man, if you go across West Willow, go across Tyler to West, man, you're gonna end up fighting. I said, man, I'm a basketball player, bro. That's the
Yeah.
only court. I'm not walking all the way up. Hold on, bro. I'm finna go across Tyler. And my uncles told me, my uncles and them had mad respect over there. They wasn't bothering my uncles and my uncle. But let me come over there by myself. And then let me look like I'm balling on them fools, especially the gang
Yeah.
Crips and all that, right?
Yeah.
So it became to the beginning. They wanted to fight me every day, bro. Like for a whole
Mm.
week straight, I fought at West Willow Park just wanting the ball there, bro. People don't even
Mm.
understand that with the gang over there now. That's what one of the so you can for a full week we was fighting. It got to the point where
Mm.
I would fight in the beginning and then they'd stop it and then like I could ball. So then at the end, I'm starting to win. The OGs over there telling the young dudes around my age, like, oh, y'all gonna let them come to the court and do that to y'all? Or you can't just let them leave here. Like, what? I got to fight still? Are you serious? Are you
Got to fight to get on the court,
yeah.
and then got to fight because you was winning on the court.
Yeah. So and then this how real it was in the hood and where I'm from. It came to the point those fellas recognized some of them was my cousins. And then some of them was like,
Mm.
man, he good. I don't even want to like they was trying to force him to fight. It was to a point where these dudes will follow me. They wouldn't fight me, but they'd try to follow me all the way across Tyler. Just you know what I'm saying, just to make it seem like to the OGs we was getting it in, right?
Yeah.
But for a whole week, 6 days, bro, it was either fight before or when I got done. The last 3 days was okay, let him go. So now I'm winning.
Yeah.
Now we got to fight at the end before you leave this court now. Dang, bro. Are y'all serious? So you know, I knew I was gonna be cool. I was out there on the basketball court when it was ice on the floor, ice on the court. My
Mm.
cousin Junior,
Mm.
my little cousin Junior, I don't know if you know Junior.
I know Junior. I know Junior. Yeah.
I have brought him out there with me. He said, bro, there's nowhere to bounce the ball. I said, man, there's a hole right there. There's a hole right there. There's a hole right
Yeah.
there. So I had a different man, that basketball court, just took me
Mm-hmm.
away from a lot, man. You know, I just wanted to be on there and be
Mm.
MJ and just be some of the best basketball players in the world. And I just wanted to make it there, man. And then,
Mm.
see, before the Jordan brand, Michael Jordan had it. Michael Jordan Air Jordan Flight Club. I was a part of Michael Jordan Air Jordan Flight Club, bro. So these dudes are talking
Mm.
about this Jordan brand stuff. No, man. I was getting for real stuff from Air Jordan himself, everything. I'm talking about from
Mm.
elementary. Remember Wheaties?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Wheaties had something on the box. And I was like, man, I gotta get to him. Man, dude, I'm I'm probably not out of elementary yet, bro. Like I'm so serious. And this
Mm.
is junior high. I'm junior high. So I told my mom, I'm like, man, I want to write MJ. So, she got me a stamp. Man, I wrote MJ. Next thing you know, I got I got an autograph picture, I got a shirt, and I
Wow.
got something to say,
Wow.
you are part of the Air Jordan Flight Club. So it wasn't just
Wow.
Jordan brand, it was the Air Jordan
Yeah.
Flight Club, bro. So right
Wow.
then, I'm on 10. I'm MJ.
Yeah.
You can't tell me nothing no more. You know what I'm saying? You can't
That's
tell
it. That's it.
that's it. You can't tell me nothing. So from
Yeah.
there,
Yeah. Yeah.
the imagination started going, bro, and then I just had some of the
Mm-hmm.
in high school, you know what I'm saying? I had some of the
Mm-hmm.
right people. Well, coming up through elementary, junior high, I had some of the right people to teach me, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and by being in Michigan, you had to play everywhere. Like I had to get a name in
Mm-hmm.
Detroit. I got a name in
Mm-hmm.
Flint. I got a scoring
Mm-hmm.
record in Benton Harbor, bro. So you know what I mean? I've been
Mm-hmm.
all over Michigan before I
Mm-hmm.
got out of Michigan. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Doing this basketball
Mm-hmm.
thing, bro. So
Mm-hmm.
from there, and when you get in the C, I get in ninth grade and I'm getting to see. Well, matter of fact, I'm in seventh grade. I'm going to U of M games. Scott Perry, he was a coach with Steve Fisher. Scott
Mm-hmm.
used to bring me up to the games, you know, Coach G. I'm in seventh grade. I'm I'm I'm
Mm-hmm.
I'm meeting Jalen Rose, Jimmy King, uh,
Mm-hmm.
Chris Webber. I'm meeting the whole Fab Five. This was motivation for me, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm in
Mm-hmm.
eighth grade, seventh, eighth grade. Motivation. I remember them coming to remember the bowling alley, Ipsy Arbor Lanes. I
Mm-hmm.
remember
Yeah. Yeah.
my mom getting an autograph from Jalen Rose, Chris Webber, Michael Talley, and Jawan Howard, bro. These are things I remember because that's where I want to. I'm like, yo, I'm going to U of M because I'm already, you know, going to the games. I'm already Fat Five. They was a trend in our
Mm-hmm.
area. That's what we do.
Mm-hmm.
So when
Mm-hmm.
actually Steve Fisher left, that was like, oh, that was, you know what I mean? But then
Yeah.
G got to state and stuff, man. But you know how life goes, travels and twists and turns, man. But I just wanted to be like those guys I was watching as a young boy, and I got a chance to meet them. You know what I'm saying, man? So
Absolutely.
for me, that was it, man. Basketball. That's where the ride from when I was 4 years old, watching MJ at North Carolina, man.
Yeah.
Literally. So you can't like they can't tell me nothing about an MJ. I don't care if you are with the brand or what. Nah, man. Believe me, MJ will tell you I was part of the Michael Jordan Flight Club and elementary, in
No
junior
way.
high. On God,
Right.
you know what
Right. Right.
So,
That was, just listen. Oh, go ahead.
but what's so crazy is, let me tell you how that follow me through life. So I get to
Mm-hmm.
school. Guess who's coming to my games? Guess who's scouting me tough? Chicago Bulls.
Mm.
Yeah, man, that was crazy. Even from
Yeah.
even from high school, bro. Going to the
Wow.
they came and measured my body while I was at SEC before I came to Iowa, bro. They came and measured. So I
Mm.
actually could have entered the draft so many times, bro. But they came
Mm.
and measured my body
Mm.
right when I'm going to Iowa. The only thing that was a little different is I think Jordan fingers was a little bit longer, but and my back went in just a little bit more. But as far as body intangibles and similar games and similar, I was very similar. Just you know,
Mm.
just as that goes, bro. You know what I mean? So you know, got invited to work his camps in college. Had a coach. You know who my coach in college was.
Right.
So
Right.
you know what I mean. Even then, my coach in college, he knew I was a. See, this is what people do not know. He came up to me personally and said, "You're not wearing Jordans." I said, "Hold on, I've been wearing Jordans since Jordan. I've been. Hold on, wait. Why are you specifically telling me not to? I can wear these other Nike, but not. Oh, because you already know I'm gonna be a Jordan brand when I'm up out of here." And that was
Yeah.
so you know what I mean. Like it was. We could talk about that, but you know what I'm saying, man. It was just
Yeah.
like you telling me specifically not to wear Jordans. I can wear these other Nikes, no,
Right.
but you can't wear these Jordans. I know Jordan's your guy, but here, no Nikes. So
Yeah.
it was just he was trying to set me up for Nike, but I want Jordan. I was gonna wear Jordans, bro.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Next year, I believe, when I'm pro, I'm gonna be with the Jordan brand. I don't think you even know this offer, or you do know this, and you're
But yeah,
training.
it doesn't surprise me that
Yeah.
Jordan was such a major influence in your life because I remember when I first met you. I didn't meet you until I was like, I want to say I was maybe like fifth, sixth grade,
Mhm.
seventh grade, something like that. And we were at Friendship Baptist Church in
Mhm.
West Willow, but it was a community center as well. This had to be like 94,
Right.
95,
Mhm.
somewhere around there, something like that. And you walked in, and your vibe was like
Mhm.
Michael Jordan. Like you had the ball head, you had the J's on, and you jumping out the gym, dunking, all this kind of stuff. I'm like, is this Michael Jordan, little brother? Some way you was like a high school clone of Michael Jordan. So it makes sense when you tell me that you used to watch the Come Fly with Me, that you was one of the OG members of the Flight Club. It makes sense because that was the vibe that was coming off you. So here's the question I have for you. It seems as though um, your success was very much based upon the influences you had with your family members, your uncles, and you getting put in very unique situations. You're the
Mhm.
only high school kid playing against NBA players, playing against college players that have really stretched your belief on what you could do and who you could be. Talk to me about how that influence helped you even
Right.
post basketball because I guess the question I have is what lessons did you learn from basketball that you have now applied to your post basketball career because it's a lot of leadership lessons in what you were doing as a little kid. Like you were doing things as a little kid. It's like nobody taught you. I mean, you got influenced by uncles, but nobody probably taught you that you needed to have a focus. You needed to get around the best players. You needed to get yourself hyped up watching the come fly with me before the game. Like that level of focus, that level of passion and dedication that you had. Like, how have you used that and now taking it to your post
Mhm.
basketball career? Mm,
Just, you know,
mm,
wanting to win, being competitive, discipline. I don't think what people understand and what you know because you also reached those heights. You also played pro, man. You also done some things in your career where um, in the professional sports world and just being an
mm,
employer, it's totally different. It's totally different mindsets, bro. You know what I'm saying? And what people I think really don't get it is when we listen, we've been trained to listen under one or two times, right? One just we've been trained, right? So when you're an athlete coming into that world, we already got some things that
absolutely,
we're steps ahead
absolutely.
of just a regular employee who's trying to grasp these things. When you're an athlete, you take no, you hear no a lot. And what people don't understand, you hear no a lot. So when we get a yes,
Mm,
we love our yeses and we know what to do with those yeses, right? Um, so when you tell a former athlete, now an employer or woman, telling him something, you can tell him something once, right? Pretty much, and he's going to try to convey it to the whole squad, and he knows it's a whole team atmosphere. Where somebody who's just been an employee, they don't have too much of a team aspect, and they're not looking to
mm,
help you really. If somebody who's just a regular employee, they only see for themselves. So they're gonna undercut you pretty much because they don't know understand like you really got skill to get
mm,
there. You don't have to shit on that person over there or tell on that person over there because at the end of the day,
mm,
when those people are
mm,
gone and it's just you, are you gonna still do your job? You know what I mean? Like when those people are
mm,
all out of your way and you have nobody else to blame, but now it's just on you. So that's what athletes good at pretty much their whole life. We've been in front of thousands, millions of people. We know how to navigate certain pressures. We know how to make something less than what it is by, you know what I'm saying, just by us being in
Mhm.
a team atmosphere and keeping people close to us and knowing how to get through arguments and knowing that's not a problem. You know what I mean? So from that, I always wanted to be competitive and stay busy because coming from a pro world, we stay busy and we are our own business person too, man. They think we
Mhm.
play and we get this. No, we got to we trying to work on our brand. You know what I mean? We trying to be promotable everywhere. We're trying to, uh, I don't know, own stuff, do all types of stuff with the platform we have. So when people try to minimize athletes and pro athletes, it's really an insecurity to them because we've playing sports and we're going to school and we're doing these things. So
Mhm.
we're used to doing a lot of stuff and at one time, which the average employee is really not. You know what I'm saying? And then when they got to do something else, you seen them all. Oh, what I got to do over. You know, us athletes, we take on that challenge because it's keeping our mind busy,
Mhm.
and we want to be somebody else besides that pro athlete. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of scrutiny
Yeah.
out there. And then now you're seeing the wave going coming towards us now. Now they're speaking great on former athletes coming into the business world because we already done built this mantra of
Mhm.
discipline in this other world that we finna bring right over to this
Mhm.
world.
Mhm.
And then a lot of people don't like it because we're ready. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
They've been in this world, they've been in this field, and they
Mhm.
and they just know what they can do.
Mhm.
Some
Mhm.
people don't look outside that box. We look outside the box, bro. We don't want to be barreled down. You know what I'm saying? So what society's been doing is some here and there is just trying to discredit athletes for being something else, knowing we went to school. You know, it's almost like
Mhm.
we went to school to find our lane other than hoop too. So why we just got to stick to basketball? Why, you know what I mean? Look at yourself, man. Financial advice, man. You doing great things, bro. You came from a sports world. So why do we still meet this what's the word I'm looking for? This um unjust let's see, how can I say it? Un-
Like opposition.
unjust let me see, man, help me out here, Tony, man. I'm
Mhm.
well, just
Right.
another athlete, bro,
Right.
right? You we
Right.
more than just an athlete. We got to be out here.
Yeah.
So when we
Yeah.
have a thought and a process, people like to
Right.
discredit us. Oh, shut up and play. But that's really what you
Absolutely.
think. So when they
Absolutely.
say that,
Let me
that's an
piggyback on that
insecurity
because
toward
I got a
them.
question. I want
They
to
look
dig into that
foolish.
a little bit more. One thing that I appreciate about you, Rob, is you were the first person, growing up that I saw that like, okay, you don't just play basketball, but next thing you know, man, Rob is playing Big Ten basketball. And next, man, Rob, Rob is with the Pistons. Rob playing overseas. Like you were the first people can't Harlem Globetrotters. I saw people come after you, but for my
Harlem
age group, but I know
Globetrotters.
you said those people before you. Like you named somebody, I don't know who that is. Like I heard the name before. You named Cofield, Freddie Cofield. I heard some of the
Right.
old school dudes talk about
Freddie
him.
Cofield.
He went to Willow
Freddie
Round, right?
Cofield. He
Yeah, but I never, or maybe
yeah,
he went to MC. I don't
yeah.
know. But I
Oh,
heard I
he was
heard
on
older
Willow Run.
school
Yeah,
dudes
yeah,
talk
yeah,
about
yeah.
him, but you was the first one I saw,
Yeah, I think it was Ipsy.
to do that. And it's then you had the courage to stand out. You had the courage to be different and to dream big. And even now, I see some of the things that you're doing in the business world. It's unconventional, right? If from where we come from, you got the courage to be different. And so, one thing I've always appreciated about you is you've
Right.
always carved your own lane. Like you ain't never been the person to say, "Oh, I'm doing what everybody else is doing. I'm trying to stick
Oh,
into the crowd." You've had the courage to stick out from the crowd. And we know that whenever you stick out from the crowd, extra scrutiny comes with that. People got something to say. The question I have for you is, what advice
mm,
do you have for
right.
that high school kid, maybe, that college kid who maybe their career's coming to an end. Maybe they getting ready. They thought it was going to be this in high school. They was going to go to this school, get this scholarship, and the scholarship didn't come through. Or they played college and they okay, man, I'm gonna get drafted. It's gonna happen, and it didn't quite work
Mhm.
out because it seemed like you were able to transition from the athletic world and
Mhm.
find who you were post athletics in the business world, in the
Mhm.
entrepreneurship world, in the professional world. What advice would you have for somebody else so they can make that same transition like you did? Mm,
Believe in yourself, but believe in God. God is real. All right. Believe in yourself because that is so important because Tony, man, you know how you can have this shining ball right here, right? And you know you can go do it. You know you, but then you got these people around you. They don't want you to go do that yet because they need you to go do this there so they can. I don't know. I don't know what they're
mm,
trying to do, but my thing is, if you know you can go do that,
mm,
go do it. Do it with all your might. Don't because you may feel a certain way about yourself than that person. And not saying that person ain't been there
mm,
with you, but they might not have the same gumption. They see you go through it, they see you getting there, but they still,
mm,
because they ain't never been nowhere in that realm. And it's not in their life, but it's in your life to get.
mhm,
So you have to understand those moments. Sometimes, even though somebody right there with you to to climb that mountain, but then right then when it's time to sign, they might have a discretion where you like, man, I'm finna go all board. So then that's a time for you to be like, yo, you fuck with me? You riding with me, right? You believe in me? Well, I'm finna go here. And if they don't go with you,
mm,
then you see where's it at. But you have to take yourself on that journey. Those one of the things right there, because while you brought that up, like I said, I wanted to enter into the draft after actually I had came out of JC, man. And I don't know if you in Iowa,
mhm,
bro.
mhm,
I came to Iowa monster, bro. At the JC,
mm,
I was on Iowa City paper more than University of Iowa. So my cousins in Iowa, they looking like, damn, my cousin came on and this is JC. And I'm taking
mhm,
over the whole Iowa, bro, from this JC, bro. I got all the paperwork to show you. He got game. They was doing the Ray Allen, he got game picture. I got all that stuff, bro. I came in a
mm,
different monster, so they wasn't gonna let me leave Iowa, bro. I was going, they wanted me to go there. And I have family that go there. So it was a time where I felt man, I should have just entered in the draft. I got the Bulls came, Pistons down here, Milwaukee. I'm going to these camps. I got Nets. I got Orlando. Dude, that was one moment where, and my coach was like,
yeah, yeah,
excuse me, my coach was like, because he's seen Iowa. You know,
yeah,
he's a coach. He's trying
yeah,
to
yeah,
be intangibly good with Iowa University, probably still. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand what's going on. And at this time too, I'm not really
mhm,
thinking I'm at this time, my godfather's at Michigan State.
yeah,
I'm gonna come back to the
yeah,
crib and tear that boy home with Montine and the fellas. We about to get it in.
mm,
They they was trying to they prevented all of that, bro. So so what I'm saying is I should have
mm,
actually entered the draft even
mm,
out of my JC. I was so highly touted, bro. I was MJ. I was little MJ. You know what I mean? Like they was coming to the games on a regular. But my coach was like, I know they here, but see, he didn't know the rim, right? He didn't know once they start coming for you, I have to start
mm,
marketing myself like that. That's it ain't no I'm reverting back. This is
yeah,
me, bro. I've been playing Big Ten since ninth grade, bro. Really. It's my summers.
yeah,
Michigan. I was groomed. So when I came
yeah,
to
yeah,
Iowa, I was already groomed, ready for Big Ten. I knew I was a Big Tenner, bro. You know what I'm saying? So from
mm,
there, I just felt like I should have just entered in the draft out of JC. But
mhm,
my coach,
mhm,
I wanted to trust my coach. I had a lot of love for
mm,
Joe O'Brien. You know what I mean? He brought me there. He really treated me like family. In the state that in little town of Iowa where yeah, I'm in West Burlington. I'm in Burlington, bro. You only it's grown now, but bro, that was the
Mm.
spot for a lot of people who ran away from
Yeah.
their big
Yeah.
cities. I'm finna tell you, like it was hood.
Oh wow.
West Burlington,
Yeah.
Iowa, Burlington, gangs, bro, big time. People running away from
Yeah.
Chicago. People running
Yeah.
away from Michigan. Like the major cities, they all in this
Yeah.
little town, bro, and it's
Yeah.
a melting pot. And everybody think they gangsters out there or hard or something.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So this part of Iowa was
Yeah.
different, man.
Yeah.
But it
Yeah.
kind of almost reminded me of Ipsy a little bit, bro. And that's what's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So um with that, I felt like I should have maybe interjected because my coach and I wanted to, trust him to be
Mm-hmm.
like, okay. And I always thought of myself playing in the Big Ten. So it was no wrong
Mm-hmm.
choice. It was just the guidance and the mentoring after that, making sure, saying I'm on that same path and people not just trying to get from me and want from me or all this other stuff and just really mentoring me step by step. You know what I'm saying? So I should have entered in the draft after JC because boy. And I just killed in this big camp, man. You had all these
Yeah.
scouts there,
Yeah.
dude, and
Yeah.
I just man, dude, you don't those are the times,
Yeah.
man. You know what I mean? But thanks for asking me that, man. Like those are times where that's why I say you asked me the
Mm-hmm.
question, man. Go hard. If whatever's for you might just be for you, and it might be for your mind. It's okay to get a little consultation or
Mm-hmm.
just to see what people think, but
Mm-hmm.
ultimately, you play in that position. They want you. You know what I'm saying, and they showing that they want you. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, I just wish I was better mentored for those moments. I wish I had maybe a coach to be like, "Yo, Chief, you ahead of here and you've been ahead of here. You averaging 27 in this. You're leading the damn nation damn near. And in California, not even a part of the junior college program, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
beating everybody in Cali though, bro. I'm uh, I'm like a monster, man. I'm
Mm-hmm.
going against Sean Marion. I'm killing Sean Marion heads up. So
Mm-hmm.
stuff I still have. I'm having 30, 35 a game. He got like 27. Or one game he might got 31 and I got 28. But he was a year ahead of me though. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So going to play Sean Marion, he was highly
Mm-hmm.
touted. And I came in there and blew Vincennes out the water,
Yeah.
bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Yeah.
30,
Easy work. Easy
35.
work.
Easy. You know what I mean? Come and get this. Yeah, yeah, man. So I just wish, those moments there. You know what I mean? I wish I had a little more protection and backing for those moments there. But man, I'm just motivated to want to win. You from Ipsy, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's a somewhat of a crab in the barrel mentality there, man. You know what I mean? We got a lot of great people there. We got a lot of great athletes. I just didn't want to be
Mm-hmm.
that one baller who was like one of the greatest and still didn't have a chance. We got so many ballers in Ipsy that
Mm-hmm.
was highly touted to go to this major and this major and that major and this major and that major, and we just
Mm-hmm.
didn't have those leaders in our area. Maybe we have more NBA players
Mm-hmm.
because I can name some NFL players. I played with some of my high school team, went to the NFL. Ian
Mm-hmm.
Gold, Chris Jenkins, and Cullen Jenkins. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like I can name people from my era that actually
Mm-hmm.
touched the NFL
Mm-hmm.
because I was a two sporter. I played football. I love
Mm-hmm.
football, and that would help me
Mm-hmm.
in the edge of basketball, just the grind and the body contact. Because most basketball players who don't play football, I
Mm-hmm.
ain't gonna. They're a little prima donna, bro. I mean, just between me and you, I feel like they're a little prima donna because when it's time for body contact, either you gonna take on that body contact, or you gonna always act like you want to fight. And it's like,
Right.
dude, you don't want to fight, bro.
Right.
You can't even take this body contact, and you want to fight. Stop playing with me, bro. So football
Mm-hmm.
really helps me with that body contact, getting into the lane because I'm used to that. Boom, boom. So you ain't got no pads on. You ain't finna hit my rib. So you just coming in just trying to give me a body, man, please. So that's why the Big Ten was for me. I could run through all that, man. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted, and Big Ten was the
Mm-hmm.
most pro ready league,
Mm-hmm.
by far still. I know we got the ACC and all these other leagues, but
Hmm.
right now, Big Ten been the most
Hmm.
pro-rated league from football to basketball.
Hmm.
Even though you got the
Hmm.
SEC, I get it. You got all these other leagues, especially football. I get it.
Hmm.
But overall, Big Ten is
Right.
because we're big and we're agile
Absolutely.
and we got
And you
speed.
know the thing, as you know, that we as we wrapping up here, the
You
things that
know,
I think about, Rob, is you are in, a very small percentage. You put yourself in a very small percentage of people who ever played college basketball, Big Ten basketball. And then you put yourself in an even smaller percentage of people who play NBA
from
basketball
our
and
city.
Globetrotter basketball and overseas basketball. You have consistently found a way to put yourself in the elite percentages. And now, post basketball, you're doing the same thing. I see the entrepreneurial efforts that you're making, the brands that you're a part of. I see you got the Endo gear on right now. Um, yeah, yeah, leading the charge in the cannabis
Man, we
industry.
we
And
making some
I have
noise
no
with them.
doubt that you are also
Just
now
make
placing yourself in that small elite percentage of people. And I just want to say, as a person who's been an admirer of your career, a person who's looked up to you since I was a little kid, I definitely appreciate everything that you're doing. And I continue to keep watching out for you every time I see you promoting products and doing your different things. It's inspiring to me because you are continually leading the charge, being willing to put yourself out there, being willing to dream big, being willing to take things to the next level. So I just want to thank you for taking the time to talk with us today. Thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for advising our listeners, some of them who may be athletes who are making that transition. I just really appreciate you sharing the time to talk with us today. So thank you so much, brother.
man, dude, I thank you for having me on your show. And first, before you kick me off the show, salute to you. Because I've been watching Show Your Receipts. That's why, I'm at the research. Oh, fam out there doing this thing. And you're respected. And then you got a good show. You got some respectable people on your show. I was like, man, I gotta rock with my guy Tony, man. I doing some things out here, bro. So, you also motivation too, bro, because if I'm coming from my ear and I motivated you, but you see me watching you, I messaged you. So I'm watching you as well because you a name that been there. You are part of a small group too, bro. Especially from where we come from. You know what I mean? It's just these things just don't happen. You got to work to make these things happen. Like you can go work or you can go make it happen. You choose to make it happen. And so I'm gonna salute you for that and keep doing what you're doing, Tony, man, for real.